Hi guys, it's Ashley and I'm here with my two silicone dolls. A lot of people have been asking me what the Claire Taylor silicone feels like in comparison to other silicones. And I only have these two silicone dolls and I'm brand new to both of them. So I am by no means any expert, but I wanted to share what I feel for the similarities and the differences between these two dolls. Emmett here is the Grace Sculpt by Tina Cui. And Gracelyn over here is the Zadia Sculpt by Claire Taylor. Emmett here is EcoFlex 30, and he's about a 3 to 6 to a 6-month size silicone doll. He is 11 plus pounds. And this sweet girl, Gracelyn, over here, she is a mixed silicone. I don't believe that you can really put an EcoFlex number to her. I think she's more like a custom mix of silicone. And she is 8 plus pounds. So several people have seen Emmett and have held Emmett. And this is a really weird thing. Emmett is 11 pounds, she's 8 pounds. But for whatever reason, she feels a lot heavier. And 3 people that don't have anything to do with silicone or dolls in general have picked her up and said, wow, she feels very heavy. Like she feels heavier than she should be, which I thought was very interesting. And I said, oh, she's 8.8 pounds. You know, she's the right weight for her size. But they say like, oh no, she feels like 12 pounds. Whereas they pick up Emmett and they think that he actually feels like he weighs less than her. So I thought that was very interesting. I don't feel that way. I feel like he is heavier. But I just thought that was an interesting observation that people were making. He is partial silicone, so he does have a cloth body. So that could also be why people feel that, because even though she has the special silicone squishy tummy, he is actually more kind of squishy in the middle due to his cloth body and how he's stuffed. As for the silicone itself, his head is very floppy. If I pick him up, his head, boom, right forward. I can show you if I sit him up here. His head is very, very floppy. Flops all around. She has a ball jointed neck and her head is attached to her body through the ball joint. Her head is not floppy. Her floppiness occurs from the waist down. If I was to hold her up, she is going to flop at the waist, not at the head, like Emmett here. When I feel the two of them on their faces, they feel pretty much the same. Firm. His EcoFlex and his arms and hands, he feels very rubber-like. He is very soft, but he feels very rubbery and squishy, but springy. It's very, you squish and it springs right back. And it's kind of hard to squish. Whereas Gracelyn here, very squishy and springs right back, but slower. Much slower. It's not like bing, bing. It's definitely a slower feel. And yes, she is softer. Yeah, he is more rubber-like and spring-like. He also, when I got him, he felt super delicate. And now when I feel him compared to her, he feels so sturdy and firm compared to her. Graceland feels like when you hold her, she kind of melts and she kind of she confirms, like she just kind of like conforms to how you're holding her. Just kind of like melts away. Like if she was any softer, she would almost kind of lose her shape. She does hold her shape even when you hold her, but like any softer, I feel like she would just kind of like be very like just lose her shape. Whereas he's very, there's no, you know, he holds his shape very well. He's firm. I thought that he was so like squishy and gushy when I first got him, and he still is, but compared to her, no, he is definitely way firmer. Yeah, she just like, when I squish her leg, even though she is thinner, I can like feel my fingers touch from the top to the bottom. There's no way you could press his silicone to feel your fingers on either side. Her stomach is also like super squishy, more than like very slow rising. Like if I squeeze her tummy and I let go, can you guys see through her white shirt how it puffs back up, kind of like memory foam, like a slow rising squishy. You know those squishy toys that, you know, the sensory toys that people will sit there and squish? He does not do that. Like, I can't explain it more than like he very springy and rubber-like. So that is how I think that they're different from each other. There really aren't that many similarities. They are very different. Also, like his arm is in a fixed position. His knees are bent. They're in a fixed position. Yeah, you can kind of turn his feet in, and he can like curl his legs up. But like she can like completely, like you can move her silicone into any position. Like it will move how you want to move it, even unnaturally. Like you can contort her into an unnatural position and she'd stay like that. There's only so much movement you can do to his silicone because it's firmer, if that makes sense. But like when you just touch the silicone, they feel very much the same. It's when you press them that they feel different. Like he is very powdery soft, so is she. But when you squeeze is where you can feel the difference. Yeah, and I love them both so much for what they are. I still don't think that either of them feel like a real baby. She feels closer to a real baby, but she still feels rubber-like to me. I think that maybe if she was one piece and her head wasn't ball jointed, I think that floppiness of the head is something that I could see myself missing. If I was to change her, I'm very happy and I wouldn't change her and she is going to stay with me forever. But if I was to get another silicone to add to my collection, I would definitely look for the one-piece silicone doll without the ball jointed neck. I kind of wish, if I could change one thing, it would be that she'd have more flexibility in her upper chest area, just because I kind of like that floppy head that he has. She doesn't have that, but her head does turn side to side, and I really like that. I like that on both of these dolls. I don't think I would be happy if their heads were in a fixed position, and that's what would happen if she was all one piece. So it's all, you know, personal preference. He feels like his quality feels less expensive than her quality. She definitely feels more expensive. And that's like in comparison to like, I don't know, Walmart and what's a store? Chico's. Like, he feels really nice and he's a great quality silicone. I really like the feel of him. And I really like the feel of her, but you can just tell the difference, the quality wise, through the softness. I would love to know how Claire gets her dolls like this. I'm sure she probably mixes her own custom blend. I don't know how that works, but I believe they are both platinum silicone. So, yeah. So I hope that was helpful. Yeah, because I've gotten a lot of questions. What do they feel like? And do they feel similar to each other? They don't feel that similar to each other. So, yeah, I hope that is helpful. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.